The screen fades from black to a quiet morning at Heartland Ranch. The soft sound of a horse's breath fills the silence. Then, Amy's voice breaks through, trembling but strong. Sometimes moving forward means letting go. That one line changes everything. Season 19, Episode 4 of Heartland isn't just another chapter, it's a turning point. A moment where old wounds reopen, secrets surface, and every character faces the truth they've been running from. Now let's break down the story, the emotion, and the hidden meanings behind this powerful episode preview. The trailer opens with a breathtaking sunrise over the foothills, golden light spilling across the ranch. It's peaceful, almost too peaceful. Amy stands in the barn, brushing Spartan, her trusted horse. The way she moves tells a story, quiet, steady, but distant. There's a weight in her eyes, a hint of something unresolved. The wind picks up, the camera pans to her face, and for a brief moment, it's clear. She's trying to hold herself together. Then, the sound of a door creaking echoes through the barn. It's Jack walking in, his face lined with worry. He doesn't say much, but his silence speaks louder than words. He knows Amy better than anyone, and he can tell she's carrying something heavy. The dialogue is simple. You don't have to fix everything on your own. Amy looks away, whispering, "Maybe this time, I do." That's the emotional spark. The kind that sets up the storm we all know is coming. The next few shots flash quickly. Lou standing by the kitchen window, staring at her phone. Tim riding out alone across the fields, and a quick glimpse of Katie looking frustrated at the dinner table. The editing here is sharp and deliberate. Every image hints at distance, tension, and change. This is the kind of storytelling Heartland does best, showing emotion without spelling it out. Then comes the real turning point in the trailer. A stranger appears at the ranch gate. A young woman holding a letter. Amy looks stunned. The trailer doesn't reveal who she is, but her expression says it all. This newcomer is tied to the past, maybe even a part of Amy's late husband's story. The music swells, soft piano mixed with strings, building tension and curiosity. Viewers are left with one question: what truth is about to come out? Meanwhile, we see shortcuts of other characters dealing with their own struggles. Lou arguing with a town council member, probably about her campaign. Tim staring at an old photo in his truck. Lisa comforting Jack as he looks out over the ranch. Every frame is soaked in emotion, heartbreak, nostalgia, and the quiet fear of change. As the trailer fades to black, Amy's voice returns. "I thought I was done looking back, but maybe the past isn't done with me." It's a chilling line, simple but deeply powerful. The screen fades to the Heartland logo, leaving viewers with goosebumps and unanswered questions. This first section of Episode 4's preview sets the stage for emotional conflict and family unity under pressure. It's about reconnection, reflection, and resilience. The calm before the storm is beautiful, but we know something big is coming, something that could shake the ranch to its core. The piece of Heartland Ranch begins to crack. The camera lingers on the letter the stranger delivered. The paper worn, folded too many times, its edges stained with rain and time. Amy holds it like it might burn her fingers. The sound fades. All we hear is the soft ticking of a clock and the distant neigh of a horse. When she finally opens it, her breath catches. Whatever is written there isn't just shocking, it's personal. Deeply personal. Cut to Jack, watching from the doorway. He doesn't ask questions, but his eyes say everything. Fear, concern, and a hint of guilt. He's seen enough in his lifetime to know when the past has come knocking. Amy folds the letter and whispers, "Why now?" It's a question without an answer, at least not yet. The trailer doesn't reveal what's inside, but one thing is clear. This message connects to Ty, Amy's late husband. A piece of him that's been buried for years might finally be coming to light. The next sequence moves fast, like memories flashing in a dream. Amy walking through the fields, gripping the letter tighter. Lou pacing in the kitchen, her phone buzzing with messages she ignores. Tim arguing with someone over the phone, his voice rising, desperate. These cuts aren't random, they're clues. Heartland's storytelling always weaves emotion through silence. And here, every pause feels loaded. There's tension in every glance, every unfinished sentence. Then the trailer slows. Amy finds herself in Ty's old clinic. Dust floats in the sunlight as she runs her fingers over the worn desk. There's a photograph still there. Amy, Ty, and Lindy. A memory frozen in time. She exhales deeply, fighting back tears. The trailer doesn't give her words. It doesn't need to. The silence is the dialogue. In that moment, fans can feel her grief, her longing, and her confusion about what this new secret could mean for her family. Suddenly, A new voice breaks the silence. The stranger's. "He wanted you to have it," she says softly. Amy looks up, shocked. The young woman's face is calm but haunted. "He?" Amy asks. The trailer cuts before we hear the answer. The music swells again, blending strings and the sound of wind. An emotional storm brewing. As the trailer progresses, it hints at ripple effects. Lou breaking down alone in her office, Jack tightening his grip on the reins while riding, Lisa looking worried as if she knows more than she's admitting. And in the background, we hear Amy's voice again, trembling but firm. "Sometimes, the truth doesn't set you free. It breaks you first." This section of the trailer changes everything. It's not just about family anymore. It's about ghosts, promises, and unfinished stories. The tone shifts from peace to suspense, from reflection to revelation. The visuals darken, the colors turn colder, and even the light at the ranch feels dimmer. Viewers can feel it. The emotional weight, the sense that something hidden for years is finally clawing its way to the surface. By the end of this part, the ranch that once felt like home now feels like a place full of unanswered questions. And the biggest one is still hanging in the air. What did Ty leave behind? And why is it resurfacing now? The wind howls across the empty fields, carrying the kind of silence that only comes before a storm. The camera moves slowly through the ranch. The stalls are empty, the yard still. But inside the house, emotions are anything but calm. The family gathers around the kitchen table, the letter lying between them like a ghost no one wants to acknowledge. The tension is thick, almost visible. Every eye says something different. Amy's full of confusion, Lou's full of frustration, and Jack's full of unspoken fear. Amy breaks the silence first. Her voice cracks as she says, "If he really wanted me to know, why wait this long?" The question hangs in the air, sharp as broken glass. Lou's response is immediate, practical, defensive. Maybe it's not even real. Maybe someone's just trying to stir things up. But Amy shakes her head. She knows. In her heart, she feels the truth pressing down. This is real, and it's about Ty. The trailer cuts quickly between faces. The kind of rapid editing that mirrors the chaos inside. Tim slams his hand on the table, his patience gone. "We've spent years moving forward, Amy. Don't go digging into ghosts." His words hit hard, but Amy doesn't back down. Her eyes fill with tears, but her tone is steady. "They're not ghosts, Dad. They're memories, and maybe it's time we stop running from them." The scene shifts outdoors, rain starting to fall over the ranch. Amy walks away from the house, clutching the letter to her chest. The camera follows her closely, the raindrops mixing with tears she won't let fall. In the distance, Spartan stands under the shelter, waiting. The symbolism is heavy. Her horse, her anchor, always there when she feels lost. She whispers softly, "He wouldn't leave me like this without a reason." The next moment is powerful. Amy rides Spartan across the wet fields, the sky dark and heavy. The music swells, the kind of emotional score Heartland fans recognize instantly. It's not about action, it's about feeling. Every hoofbeat carries her pain, her confusion, her determination. The cinematography mirrors her emotional journey. The open field becomes a reflection of her heart, vast, raw, and stormy. Then comes the scene that stops every viewer cold. Amy finds the stranger again, the young woman from before. They meet at an old barn, a place that feels oddly familiar. The woman's hands shake as she hands Amy a small wooden box. "He wanted you to have this when the time was right," she says. Amy hesitates, then opens it. Inside, a photograph. Ty smiling, holding a baby. But it's not Lindy. The air leaves Amy's lungs. She stumbles back, speechless. The camera zooms in just enough to capture the pain flickering through her eyes. The trailer doesn't explain who the baby is. It doesn't need to. The silence screams louder than any words could. The music drops out completely. Just the sound of wind and Amy's unsteady breathing. This is the breaking point. Everything she thought she knew about her past, her marriage, her life, now uncertain. As the section ends, the screen fades to black. A single line appears in white text. "Some truths don't heal. They test the heart." Amy's voice echoes one last time. "He always said the past would find its way home. I just never thought it would hurt this much." The storm has passed, but its echo lingers. Morning light spills gently across Heartland Ranch, washing over the fields like a quiet apology from the sky. The rain has stopped, but everything still feels heavy. The ground, the air, even the silence. Inside the barn, Amy sits on a bale of hay, the wooden box beside her. She doesn't cry anymore. The tears are gone, replaced by something deeper. Acceptance. Not peace yet, but the first step toward it. The trailer softens here. The color palette shifts. Warmer, golden tones return. It's subtle, but it's Heartland's way of telling us the healing has begun. Jack walks in slowly, his boots echoing against the floor. He doesn't say a word at first. Instead, he sits beside Amy, both staring at the horses. Then, with a voice rough from years of holding the family together, he says, "You can't change what's behind you, Amy. But you can choose how you carry it." That one line sums up the spirit of the show. Strength through pain. Hope through heartbreak. Amy nods, her expression calm but determined. She picks up the photograph again, her fingers tracing Ty's smile. This time, the camera doesn't focus on her tears. It focuses on her eyes. Steady, alive, finding meaning in the pain. We see glimpses of the family in the next shots. Lou helping Katie feed the horses. Laughter returning to the house. Tim fixing an old fence, his face tired but softer than before. Even Lisa smiles quietly as she watches Jack pour coffee. The music that plays is hopeful. Gentle guitar mixed with piano, the kind of melody that feels like sunrise after a long night. Then comes one of the most powerful scenes. Amy visits Ty's grave. The wind is still, the sky painted in pale pink and gold. She kneels, placing the photograph gently on the ground. Her voice trembles, but her words are clear. "I thought the truth would break me, but it reminded me of who I am, and who you were." She pauses, looking up at the horizon. "You'll always be a part of us. No secret can change that." A single feather drifts down, landing near her hand. A quiet symbol of peace. She smiles just a little and stands. The camera follows her as she walks away, back toward the ranch. The wind carrying her hair and the faint sound of laughter in the distance. The message is simple, but powerful. No matter how deep the hurt, family and love always find a way back. The trailer closes with a montage. Amy training a new horse, Jack laughing with Tim, Lou hugging Katie, and the whole family sitting together at the dinner table. The laughter feels real this time, not forced. It's the kind of moment Heartland fans live for. The reminder that after every heartbreak, there's still hope. The final shot is breathtaking. The camera pulls back to show the entire ranch bathed in sunset light. A voiceover from Amy fades in. Heartland isn't just a place. It's where we find our way home, no matter how lost we've been. The screen fades to black. White text appears. Heartland Season 19. Episode 4. A New Beginning. Soft music plays, then silence. Dusk settles over Heartland like a soft embrace, the sky melting into shades of amber and rose. The day has been long, full of questions, tears, and silent realizations. But now something feels different. The air is lighter. The horses move slowly through the paddock, their shadows long and golden. The ranch, once burdened by secrets and grief, breathes again. Amy walks toward the fence, her boots brushing through the grass still wet from the morning rain. Lindy runs ahead, laughing, her voice cutting through the quiet. For the first time in a long while, Amy smiles without hesitation. The pain hasn't vanished, but it's changed, transformed into something softer, wiser. This is what Heartland does best. It shows that healing isn't a single moment. It's a choice you make, over and over, every day. The trailer shifts tone here, filling the frame with warmth and renewal. Lou is seen helping with repairs around the ranch, her sleeves rolled up and her hair tied back. She's no longer the frantic, anxious version of herself we saw earlier. She's grounded, reminded that family is what truly matters. Jack stands nearby, watching with pride. His voice overlays the scene, rough but full of hope. "We can't change the past, but we sure can build a better tomorrow." That line lands deeply. It's the heart of Episode 4, not about loss or secrets, but about rediscovery. The camera pans across the ranch, the repaired fences, the horses grazing peacefully, the family together at sunset. Every shot feels like a quiet celebration of endurance. The lighting is soft, the sound design intimate. The hum of wind, the creak of wood, the faint laughter of people who finally found their way back to each other. Amy's narration returns, her tone steady and full of meaning. "I used to think the past defined me, but maybe it was just showing me who I could become." These words play over slow, cinematic shots. Amy riding Spartan, Lou hugging Katie, Jack watching the horizon. The editing slows down, allowing every emotion to settle like dust after a storm. It's peaceful, but it's not the end. It's the beginning of something new. Then comes the closing image, the one that ties the entire episode together. Amy stops Spartan on a hill overlooking Heartland Ranch. The sunset burns behind her, painting the sky in gold and fire. She takes a deep breath, eyes closed, and whispers, "For him. For us. For Heartland." The screen fades to black as her voice echoes, soft, certain, unshakable. Text fades in. Love never leaves. It just finds new ways to stay. The music swells, that signature Heartland theme that feels like home, wrapping the trailer in emotion and nostalgia. It's not loud or dramatic. It's gentle, the kind of melody that lingers even after the screen goes dark. The final title appears, Heartland Season 19, Episode 4, The Promise of Tomorrow. Coming soon. A quiet moment. Then, just before it ends, Amy's voice whispers one last line. Where there's love, there's always a way back. The trailer fades out completely, leaving fans with goosebumps, tears, and the unmistakable ache of hope.